lead us in prayer.
Heavenly Father, thank you this morning. Thank you this afternoon, Lord. Thank you for all your blessings. And Lord, as we go into this meeting, Lord, please open our mind and our hearts so we can make good decisions. And Lord, please, thank you for letting us see another day. And Lord, bless those that's on the way. And thank you, Lord, for those that's here tonight. As I pray in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. As you can see, there is no quorum, so the meeting will actually be adjourned, and we will have an open discussion from the floor.
Why is it, no, why?
There's no quorum.
There's
There's the vice chair, the treasurer, or the secretary are not here.
Okay, I got an issue with that one, because this was more of an informative meeting. The last meeting we didn't have a quorum.
Nope.
You have members that are on the committee that are here, though.
I understand that, but we don't have
the
these
members here, it's not ran like the council meeting. Council meeting, you gotta have a quorum. These events meetings, you don't have to, because anything that we decide in here has to go before us anyway.
Sometimes.
But, this was, I called this meeting more or less for information and to get ideas.
Okay.
Which
Well, let's
is why we
open
have
it
a
to the
quorum.
floor right now, because I know that
Agenda.
Dawn Wilson wants to speak, and I'm sorry, I don't. Victoria needs to speak, so Dawn, would you like to start? Dawn?
Yes.
So this is just an open floor meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to go with that? Yes, the sound should be on. Okay, I just want to come up and give a report from the trunk or treat, the community trunk or treat. It went very well. There was over 500 people that showed up. The neighborhoods were really packed this year. There was a great success. We ran out of everything we had, so. But they had a great time. I wasn't there. I was sick. I'm still sick. But it turned out very well.
I was there, and it really did. I was having prayers with the people that came out.
Yes, ma'am.
It was a slow start, but before 7 o'clock hit,
It was everywhere.
it was everywhere, yes.
White Springs was filled that we could do, Friday.
was.
Yeah.
I had every intention on coming, but some other things called my attention that I had to go handle.
Yeah.
Because traffic was real crazy.
I like to hear, because I've heard such a good report about how many people are here, and we were talking earlier. Next year, we want to make sure that we get with the sheriff's department and get some lights along here, slow down trick-or-treaters, or single patrol car back up and forth, or,
Have a single patrol car.
huh?
You have a patrol car out.
Okay.
Yeah, but what he's saying is what I mentioned to him, even though he did ride up and down some, most of that traffic kept flying by. I had to literally do U-turns on 41 from the old hardware store to the hardware store, going 5 miles an hour to keep traffic from flying through. The traffic I missed on the one side, you know, some of them had enough sense to slow down, but Bruce, you sat outside, you saw how they were flying through.
I don't recall that. I
You
was
didn't see
focusing
them?
on the kids.
Did you pay attention to them?
Yeah, I was, we used to have a police that right across the street from the bed and breakfast, and they would stop the cars, and we haven't had that in years. But I did see the other, I saw the
The
car.
park went out by the roadway,
Go by.
they'll slow down because they'll see the officer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We used to have
you don't have to
it
do it on
every
both
year.
sides, because coming from Lake City, they were flying.
We might be able to get signs, not necessarily officers. Because
Some signs, yeah.
there were 3 other events going on in Hamilton County on that particular night, so we might be able to get signs for next year.
I think he's gonna send a couple this time, when I talked to him the other night. So we just gonna have to get with him when you plan,
Yeah.
get with him, or even the city, because kids are also trick or treating up and down that
Up around all
road.
the houses, yeah.
And they didn't care. Semi trucks flying through like,
Yeah,
I mean, when I'm saying flying, our speed limit is only 35 miles an hour. These trucks was going like, 30. Some places 30, some it says 35. But they're coming through here 45 and 50 miles an hour on Halloween, a day that you know kids are out, and they're gonna be up and down the road trying to cross. And when I was getting to,
I'll speak more with him about having a
Yeah, 'cause
friend.
there were a lot of people
When,
parking over at the Heritage Center and they were
when
walking
I,
across.
yeah, cause I stopped.
Which we opened up the field across from us so they could park up in that field too.
Yeah, cause I stopped plenty of times, like, I kept just riding up and down the road all night as long as I saw kids out. Because the way that they were doing and the disregard that these people had for our kids is ridiculous. So,
okay, we'll take care of
either that, get some volunteers or something, but we're gonna have somebody that's gonna just keep patrolling up and down that road to slow that traffic.
Maybe have some volunteers that could do the crosswalk across the road there. Help people get
We've
across.
got a school sign back there.
Yeah, put on some, some vest and some wands.
Maybe a couple of well-placed blue flashing lights. Doesn't have to be a police
Well,
car, but
yes,
just
there
blue
are-
flashing
there are
lights.
signs that
Official
are
lights.
available. There
Yeah.
are signs, sheriff's office signs, and
There
the
you go.
sheriff's office can borrow from other counties to
Right.
get signs out there to slow people down. And that's probably most likely what he will have done, because if there is not another officer available, but the officer that was out that stayed in White Springs was not paid to be there. He did it on his own time.
Don, then you have some event signs?
They were out.
They were out, but nobody
Yeah.
cared.
They were out.
Somebody hit me
almost
that
hit
sign.
one.
Yeah.
Somebody
We've
did
had
it.
somebody run one of them over before because they just don't
Yeah,
pay attention.
something- yeah, they
They
just
they
don't
weren't
pay
flashing, they're just reflective.
Right.
And it says slow,
Flashing sign
event
across
ahead,
kids and-
something that flashes, yeah.
Yeah.
Most of your events are daytime events.
Most of them are daytime, but we did in the
Even
sheriff's
during the
department.
daytime, when you saw the kids, these vehicles did not care.
Slow down.
They did not care at all. They just, it was just
Yeah.
like,
Okay, well, we'll work on
They went
that.
out.
Got that sheriff.
And we want to thank the sheriff's department because they did let us use their aerial light without the kids zone for the bounce house and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Thank you, Don.
Yes, ma'am.
Did he have something else to say before he goes on to other events? Did you want to say something?
So upcoming events, we got this Saturday, the Sugar Cane Festival, from 9 to 4. It's our biggest event. We'll pile in about 3,000 people into the town. So that's a good one to get out and mingle and meet the people. And then the following weekend, we got, on the 15th of November, Saturday, we have Jeeps for Justice. There's a local organization called Swanee Valley Unsolved. They keep advocate for the families of people that have been murdered or missing in our general area, and this is a fundraiser for them. It's like a poker run. It'll start at our store, and the people take their vehicle and they go to Jasper, Madison, Live Oak, Lake City, and back to our store. And at the end of this event, they'll have awards and the winners, and we have a live band and stuff. So that'll be around 5 o'clock,
That's from 15?
the 15th, the next Saturday.
Are you riding bicycle, motorbikes, or?
No, they can ride whatever. It's called
Whatever.
Jeeps for Justice, but
Okay.
it can be, you can drive a motorcycle,
Yeah.
a truck, car, whatever you got.
And when is the swap?
The next street sale will not be till December 13th. And December 12th is our Christmas on Bridge Street, which is the same as Christmas parade.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Are you doing, permits for your vendors and people that's coming out to set up at those events that you're putting on?
Am I doing what for them?
Permits?
Permits through here?
Yeah, like food vendors or?
We're shutting down the road or?
craft Vendors
No, just to, like your vendors that are up there at your
at your.
display
yeah,
and sales stuff.
Right.
Food vendors and the arts and crafts or whatever.
Do you have permits for them?
No, we don't get permits for them.
Why not?
How do I get a permit for them?
no. I remember they, as long as they voted, he didn't have to go through those little steps because he was bringing in tourism here.
That is correct.
That was just to make that was another point that I'm gonna make later. I just wanted to ask because, everybody has to be done the same across the board.
we'll address that.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So he doesn't have to worry about that.
No, that wasn't, that, I was asking because I was on the council when they waived that. That was before Helen resigned.
And I
That
didn't
was
even know they
waived.
waived it.
Right.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Cause before I left, we was doing permits. We was doing.
I know they were doing it like if somebody was gonna set up down at the ball field and sell stuff, they got a permit in places like that.
That's for a pop-up.
Yeah, like a pop-up, not for an event, just for somebody who was just setting up that day to sell food or something.
What time is the Christmas Bridge Street,
The event,
event?
from 4 o'clock to 9 o'clock,
And then our parade is that
at 6 o'clock. Yeah. Lineup starts at
Do you
4:30.
have any of these at the library?
I do not, I mean,
No.
so I'll make sure I get one in.
You got how many you got? I'll make sure.
I got 25.
Okay.
We need some more of the store because we already gave out our.
Okay, I'll.
And I can make copies too.
We can make copies.
Okay. All right. Any more questions for Dawn?
Good luck and see you there.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Don.
Thank you,
You're
Don.
welcome.
Feel better.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm providing an update on the park boat ramp on behalf of our Community Cares Coalition. Initially, I'm sorry. Name is Victoria Coker. Initially, the project began with the intent to create a mural celebrating the Red Ribbon Week. However, after recognizing some deeper community connections, our Community Cares Coalition expanded the project's mission to enhance the entire park environment. The new scope includes park cleanup. So we've had volunteers who have come down and remove some debris, we've raked up some of the stuff just to beautify the park a little bit. We've also repainted and theme enhancements. We have repainted the benches, the tables, and structures, as well as painting on some themes that are on the tables that I myself and Ms. Judith have painted on. The themes include Winnie the Pooh, Peanuts, Tom and Jerry, as well as a nature and art piece, just so that kids, when they come over, to recognize staying on the tables. We've also done some structural improvements. The block post beside the handicap ramp was straightened and then trimmed. The concrete barriers were repainted for safety and aesthetic. That was something that some of the volunteers came down to do. There has been a lot of community engagement. We've met with families who have memorialized loved ones on the wall, as well as finding alternative and respectful ways to honor memories without graffiti. Some of the mural developments include creating caricatures of local residents. If you guys were to go down right now, you can see that we have started putting them on and painting them. The mural will represent the spirit of White Springs and its people. The youth and artist involvement, we haven't had a lot of youth so far, but we have had a few artists come down and they've started in their little blocks that we have sectioned out for them. The next steps, as well as requests, would be an adoption proposal. Our Community Cares Coalition requests formal support from the town of White Springs to adopt Wayside Park Boat Ramp as an ongoing community project. The adoption will sponsor a continuing Keep the Park Beautiful campaign promoting a drug and alcohol-free space for youth and families. The materials that we still need are acrylic paints, paintbrushes, sealer for mural preservation, and our timeline is projected to complete December 15th, 2025. The coalition will continue to update the town and coordinate with officials for the official mural reveal. And we do want to extend our appreciation to the town of White Springs as well as the volunteers who come out to help.
Great job.
Thank you.
What did you say you still needed, Victoria?
Paint brushes and sealer.
And when can the volunteers come down to paint still?
Anytime, though, if you wanted like equipment that we have that's in our lockbox, you could call out to my personal number. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to. Okay.
If you want to, you can.
Okay.
Go ahead, yes.
386,
okay.
965 4815.
And then one,
Sir?
wait,
15?
4815?
Yes, ma'am.
And it's Victoria, but the last name is
Coker?
Coker, okay. C-O-K-E-R?
Get it up here.
okay. You did a good job, I really appreciate it.
Yes.
Really looked about it, and everyone, I don't think there'll be any problem with, getting it put on our list of things to do, because the city does own from the driveway back in there. The DOT owns the driveway and the wall, so we got that kind of really needed, so we'll do proclamations and do what we need to do.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Make
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Victoria.
Okay, just a rundown of a few other things. Everything pink is down out of the town. Fall Halloween decorations have been removed from Veterans Park, but fall decorations are still there. The hay bales will be moved to one side so that Art in the Park, which is also on Saturday, will be able to utilize the Veterans Park for that. The pumpkin patch was a success. We sold out of all pumpkins and actually made some money.
How much?
It's $72.
$72 over repaying back the initial investment.
How much is the initial investment?
$198. So
$198.
we got $272 back.
If we had had more pumpkins, we could have sold them probably.
So you made $72?
$72.
But more than that, we made community connection and the people's comments were awesome.
Yeah, we got a little write-up in the Riverbend News. And it talks about how the community connected, how the kids absolutely love being out there playing with the pumpkins, doing pictures, all that kind of good stuff. We had a newborn, 4 days old, out there with his little brother, getting his pictures taken for the first time.
4 days old?
4 days old, the little brother was holding.
Dressed like a dinosaur.
They're dressed like a little dinosaur. It was so cute. It was cute.
They got one of them new mamas, they don't have them old fashioned.
Oh, okay.
So baby, you don't come out the house for 60 days.
Will it
At
be up
least
through,
30.
be up through November 30th then, or that's the plan?
That is the
Okay,
plan,
good.
yes ma'am. And then they're going to, the veterans, people that have to actually decorate for Christmas will be decorating for Christmas. And I'm going to add to that with the little small display off to the side, because I do not want to invade on their space.
Any council members was out there with you?
Miss McCall was out there with me
Oh, okay.
all day
Good job. Good job.
with a bad back, yep.
Okay.
But she was there.
I'm sorry, I could not.
That's fine. And on Halloween,
Thank you,
we
sir.
ordered a bunch of, Mr. Garner ordered a bunch of color changing cups, rubber bracelets, candy, stickers, and I mean, the kids were eating the cups up. They couldn't get them fast enough into their hands. They were gone. So that was a really good idea. Maybe we need to do it again next year. Because the kids, they got a piece of candy in a cup and they were like, whoa, a cup! This is cool! And it started to get cold. And as it started to get cold, the cups started changing colors. So the kids thought that was even cooler. And then they put their hands on it and they had their handprint on with the cup. And they thought that was like awesome. So it was like so much fun to watch them. Upcoming, I am not going to be able to do anything on the 11th for Veterans Day because I have 2 doctor's appointments with my mother. So if somebody wants to pick that up and run with it, please go ahead and do so, but my family comes first in that case, sorry to say.
Oh, and we usually have it a Saturday or, let me say, Veterans Day, that Tuesday.
Yes, ma'am, it's
We
Tuesday.
usually have an event either that Saturday or that Monday. the day before Veterans.
Well, since we haven't planned anything, I was, thinking about let's have a 5 or 10 minute, thank you, or some like little program after the program, like maybe at the beginning of the council meeting on the 14th, to celebrate it, instead of having from that day, on the 11th, everything's all on it so fast here. Next year, I'd like to have we used to have we had a VFW or American Legion here, so we have full blown, regalia, and celebration, caps and all that, but, I like, just to celebrate it at our council meeting, since we put on.
Coffee and donuts?
Huh?
Coffee and donuts?
If you want coffee and donuts for council meeting, we can have coffee and donuts for council meeting.
We do have a VFW in Jasper.
Right.
Right.
And Jonathan Hall, year before last, because it fell on the same weekend as our Sugarcane Festival. He came out and did a presentation during the event on the stage. If that's something somebody wants to put together this Saturday, and come up there and speak for a few minutes in honor of the veterans, I'd be glad to do that.
I don't have anyone to have veterans shirts and so forth. And,
Yeah, we can go ahead and
if you don't mind, sometime I would like to, 10 minutes or so to talk about veterans, because I'm horrible.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll just, if you come up there Saturday.
And we can take people there, because you're gonna have a microphone, all I can say.
Yeah, because we got bands and.
Yeah,
stuff
okay,
coming.
sometime between a band break or something, we can
Yes,
announce
sir.
it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I'll get with you on that.
Does
Okay.
the town have any,
Thank you.
does the town have any kind of flags or red, white, and blue decor that
The flags will be out,
Yeah, they put flags out tomorrow.
yeah. They always put the flags up before,
Yeah, they put
The
the,
Veterans and Memorial.
I need chairs to put them up tomorrow.
Was that it from you, Bill?
Breakfast with Santa.
Now,
20th,
who's in charge of the Christmas parade?
the town is actually in charge.
Is there a chairperson, because I think somebody needs to give an invitation to Santa Claus to be in the parade.
I haven't been invited.
Santa!
well, Mrs.
For you.
Mrs. Santa has
This
it.
is your Santa and that's your Mrs. Santa. And they always ride in the back of one of our trucks and they're always in there.
And then they dance afterwards in the street.
And then at the end of the parade, they have it where they can come visually.
Yes.
Push a truck last year, remember?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Climb out of the
Y'all
truck.
young back.
That was the year before.
Oh, that was the year before, that's right.
You weren't able to.
I wasn't there
ride
last year,
Yeah.
that's correct.
You weren't there. You-
No,
you
no, I
divorced
wasn't.
me, I said.
Bruce rode in the 51 Chevrolet last year.
Okay.
so who gonna be grand marshal?
All right.
You haven't picked that one out yet, that's a council. Fix that.
I don't, does she finish?
Read them, the old red and all them always used to decide that. Who was grand marshal for the parade? Because remember, all the registration had to come through here.
What are the responsibilities of the grand marshal?
Lead parade.
It's just the title there in the front.
They walk in front of it?
No, they ride.
Do we have any,
Maybe what we should do is,
I think Mr. Garner
lead,
should
yeah,
be our grand marshal this year.
lead on the young grand marshal.
Is he gonna lead on the reindeer tractor?
Hold on.
Well,
How many meetings has the rest of the board missed? Is this at least the third?
this is what,
This is the third.
this is the third.
But you gotta look at it, just volunteers.
Right, but at what point do we say, okay, if we're not gonna have a quorum, do we replace them?
Technically, special events did not have to have a quorum. That it's
So how long?
certain committee meetings, audit committee has to follow the same guidelines.
Yeah.
We're not bound by the sunshine law. The special events is not, our committee is totally different special events, recreation are totally different than audit committee. They're totally different than planning and zoning, board of adjustments. Those are all more governmental type
Right.
committees.
So how long does Bev have to do the responsibility of everything?
She doesn't.
She don't.
She doesn't. That's why all of you are here. Everybody she just chairs between her and Greta, they just supposed to chair the board, the meetings.
Now,
Everything doesn't fall on just one person.
Right.
This is,
But if she's the only one showing up, then it is.
she's not the only one showing up.
Y'all showing up.
No, but you're talking about from the board that was voted on.
But see, the thing was, the meetings before have been earlier. Sonia has Bible study today. Today is her church Bible study today. I didn't know that when I called for this meeting today. I called for this meeting today so we can start getting, I called for this meeting today so we can start getting things planned for this 140th celebration, Martin Luther King Day. I still got breakfast with Santa I gotta get completed, and this pageant that we're working on. So this is what this meeting was for today. Coretta was trying to come. She's tutor. She's a teacher. She does after school and tutoring. She's usually done between 6:30 and 7. Most of our meetings before,
Have been at 6:30.
no. it was
Yes, 6:30.
Their special events meeting, when I was on recreation and special events, our meetings were always at 7 and 7:30.
I'm saying the last two meetings have been.
Oh, yeah, the last two. They were-
Yes, ma'am.
But it was at 6.
She has to work and then come,
And,
but
and there
I
has
understand
been,
that.
there has been no communication.
I talked to them.
I have sent out texts. I have put you and Mr. Gardner on those texts, asking for information. What day can they meet? What time can they meet? And I continuously get nothing back in
Coretta's
return.
schedule changes with the schools.
They need to answer the emails.
I don't know about the emails. I know when I asked her, she tell me, well, let me know what y'all gonna do, and then I will come help, or whatever. I may not be able to make all meetings. That's fine.
But
everybody can't make every
somebody
meeting,
needs
but
to-
some people's job.
If-
Cassie, have you talked to Cassie?
I have.
Okay, what about her and William?
They've come to help.
They have come to help.
They
They've come
haven't been
out.
to a meeting though.
They have not been to a meeting. Cassie is right now with a child at home.
Okay, but I'm saying, you specifically asked about meetings, correct? Okay.
I'm just wondering, like, are we gonna replace them if they're not
Right,
showing
but what
any
I'm
meetings?
saying, none of them have, none of
I
the,
mean, I get everybody has
Officers have been
reasons why
to
you
meetings.
can't come, but you need to communicate that ahead of time. And be, communication needs to be open, and if they're not able to make a meeting, then if we change the time to one they can make, and they're still not making it, then, and they haven't made it to a single one since they were like appointed or voted in, then when is the time to say, okay, then they're not gonna be on this board anymore? It changes.
Who has a list of the people here the first time? When,
I gave the list to Cmte, and I think I texted to Dale.
Give me, because I say, let's try one more meeting at 7:00. And advertise for at least minimum 2 weeks. I know this was a last minute, call meeting here, but let's set a time that we meet, give a minimum of 2 weeks notice, and see how many will respond back to me that will attend.
The ones that don't come to the meeting, the officers that don't come
Get
to
everybody
the
that was
meeting.
here that night, plus anybody else, I think everybody about here was here that first night, I think, or close to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But get the list and we'll add to it, to who should be notified, and we can, the school girls fly, they'll come in.
And that's the hardest thing, is getting everybody to communicate, and that's why I did one big group text asking for everybody to give the idea as to when, what day, whether it be a Saturday, a Sunday, morning, afternoon, night, just
Yeah.
give some kind of idea, and have got nothing back in return. So with that makes it hard to plan a meeting.
Yeah, you're
Can you put the members also in the group text?
Yes, I can make it a huge group text.
There you go.
That would be better.
either, so.
But I will get, if you, before you leave tonight, I will get your phone numbers and I will add it all into one big group text.
It's on the list, yeah.
And I will make sure that it's all there.
Okay, good.
You started on Breakfast with Santa, the 20th, correct? Saturday, the 20th?
Yeah, Saturday the 20th. Still trying to figure out whether I want to take it back to Stephen Foster or what. I gotta talk with Andrew.
Now, Nellie Bly has been penciled in for us.
No, I'm saying, because y'all brought up the thing of doing it.
At the concert.
Right. So, right
And
now,
I
I'm just trying to
spoke-
figure out how the logistics of it, of how it
Well,
would work.
Breakfast with Santa is from when to when?
Breakfast with Santa starts at 9, and it's over, we're usually done by 12.
Okay, I talked with,
And we are
and
accepting donations for toys.
And we decided that putting Breakfast with Santa on their flyer would not be a good idea, seeing as their flyer was going out to
Right.
multiple areas. And we didn't want people from Jacksonville coming over here for Breakfast with Santa. So with that decision, I also thought that it would probably be best to break it from the
Right.
concert and have it at Nellie Bly,
To keep it local.
to
Okay.
keep it local.
Yeah, that's.
I don't have an issue with that, but in the future, when it's one of my events, y'all please inform me of the decision y'all are making about something that
Okay, if you're saying it's your event,
No.
it's not our event,
Bev,
Nikki.
first of all, you catch
Nikki,
an attitude. What
Nikki.
I meant by that is, for the past several years,
It has been the police department's event until the police department was not around, and then you took it upon yourself to continue it, which was great.
I've helped with, for 20-something years, I've helped with Breakfast with Santa since Tracy started.
And I
Okay,
helped.
it's just
That's not even nothing to
It's
argue
just
about.
a lack of
But what
communication.
It's a lack of communication, and we need to start communicating better.
Before, not being argumentative, but if
We
this
need-
is something I've been
She
working
will.
on, then you need to tell me, because I'm only going by the suggestions that you all made in a previous meeting.
It's just a lack of
And then when
It's a
you're
lack of
communication right now.
communication,
Okay.
Nikki, and we need to communicate better. It's
Agreed.
not just one person's event,
Agreed.
it's everyone's event.
Okay.
And
Then
with
you
that
understand
being
the
said,
Would that be from say 8:30 to?
no, we usually get there, what, about 7, Cheryl?
They got to cook the food.
We
I
get
wasn't
there,
there first thing in the morning because I.
you got there, what, about 9?
Because I was there till 2 and I
Yeah,
don't
we
show
were
up
there
at
at
7
2
when I
o'clock
was
that
up
morning, after, a little after 2. But we usually get there around 7, start setting up, start cooking, the grits. and-
Bicycle
Y'all-
company,
okay, we
the
got-
bicycle club is very active in that.
Yeah, Mick, Sharon,
The gays.
Dot. Yeah, Julian Scott did come out, Dottie
Rices.
and
Yes.
Dennis,
Rices.
Carol Stubbs,
They show up and do all
and
the
then I have
cooking and
some,
cleaning.
I have people from
serving.
out of town that also come and help my
So
grandmother.
y'all gonna set up the night before, right?
that would be the best.
I
thing.
decorate that Friday. I take everything in, that Friday morning. That Friday afternoon, I take all of the eggs in, I take the sausage, bacon, everything that we're gonna cook is usually there that morning
In the kitchen.
in the kitchen.
What about decoration?
Decoration, we do that Friday.
Okay, so everything.
So
will be
when we
set up
get there
Friday.
Saturday, in the ideal world, all you have to do is start cooking.
So the event kicks off at 10.
No, we start at 9.
Oh.
We start at 9, kids, they start coming in at 9 o'clock. This past year, because it was so rushing with just me and Cheryl doing it, setting up,
So what
we didn't do
time?
arts and crafts, but we have a little time where they do the arts and crafts, and then they come in and we do
Santa
all the
takes over.
speeches, read the stories, Santa comes in, they eat their breakfast, Santa comes in, then we give the gifts, they take the pictures, and while we're cleaning, some run around playing, they go look at the different exhibits out to see them foster, and then
So what time you
That what
plan
you're
on start
scheduled?
cooking?
we don't start cooking till about eight.
You have the
8:30.
Santas there for that?
8:30.
Just
8:30, because you start cooking the grits around 7:30, 8 o'clock, so they'll be done.
What is on the menu?
Our menu consists of pancakes, grits, eggs, bacon, sausage, juice, water.
Have you made arrangements with Santa Claus?
Huh?
Have you made arrangements with Santa Claus?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a Santa? Because that's a doubtful day for me. I'm probably leaving town
Yeah,
the next day. Yeah.
my friend,
Good, okay.
he's been doing it for several years now for me.
Okay.
Pancakes, grits, sausage, bacon, eggs,
Mhm.
That's cool.
what else?
Usually tied up then.
Yeah. I'm
Pancakes,
fine.
grits,
I'm
bacon,
gone.
sausage,
You cook with
and
it
eggs.
there.
We cook it there.
Everything grills and all.
Have you got some?
We got
juice.
Have you
Yeah,
got some
so
milk?
that was the thing, Sharon called me and she's like, we're gonna make sure we got all of this stuff there, and I'm gonna go, cause last year was something wrong with the stove or something, and we really caught the devil.
burner, yeah, the
Because one
burners
of them
were
wasn't
not working.
working, so we had, but I thank God for the friends and the volunteers that I have, because
Do you
Juice,
have
they're
milk,
awesome.
water?
Did we serve milk? No,
I don't remember.
I don't think so.
So you gonna do juice and water?
We had orange juice, we had a couple of different juices. It was orange juice and something else.
And how do you do the gifts and stuff? How do you arrange the gifts coming in?
And same,
Yeah.
The gifts that come in,
I mean, how, if we wanted to donate toward it, or like.
we're gonna have a sign-up sheet at Town Hall. And they're gonna either call in or they have to come and put their kids' names down. Their names and their ages and whether they're male or female.
Okay.
And when all of the gifts are done, then we go through and we match the name and age with the kids. If the kids have special needs, then we ask that, because when we get the gifts, you match them to some of the things that they might like at that age group.
And when will that start here? When will
she's been collecting toys all year.
Yeah.
Because we would because the library, we were thinking about doing some type of Christmas tree, angel tree type thing, and having those tags on our tree, and then having our patrons come in, because we've had several people ask already, and we could actually put something like that with our trees, and we're looking at doing something with the school, but I'm not sure if that's gonna pan out, so we have probably 25 or 30, we could probably say, yes, we can definitely do that many. Just didn't know where your guys were at.
So would you be wanting to bring your angel gifts to the Santa for breakfast?
Yeah, we could, that or.
Well, that'll work like that too.
Let me get with the group tomorrow, and I'll give you a holler.
All right, and then if you have, if they're on your angel tree, then, we're not gonna let them do double.
Yeah, well, okay,
If
all right. I'll
they're
go
on
with
your
it.
list, then, we'll scratch them off of ours and go with one or two.
Also, if there's
So we'll
somebody
reach
out
out.
in the community that you know that might be in need of
And
their
not know how
children
to get on
getting a
the list.
gift, but they may not have they may be too embarrassed to put their name on a list. And you know that family's out there, please make sure that that person gets put on the list and that child does not get forgotten.
And the parents notified that they'll have a gift.
And the parents notified, we'll notify the parents if there's somebody like that. Because I don't want any child to be forgotten this year.
Well, I think last year, between all our kids and the Hope and Heritage Foundation, which is my nonprofit, I think we covered pretty much. We did a lot of kids last year.
About 3 million.
We did a lot of kids, a lot of gifts.
Is there any way that we can think about maybe getting some of the stuff started cooking? Like maybe ask Will if he can do the grits, so we don't have to start the grits at 7:30. Or maybe Will can, do something, all the sausage or something, you know, maybe something in that effect so that we're not having to
I don't know.
work as hard
Well,
trying
see,
to
it's not
get
in
the
this
meal
work as
done.
hard. I think that the people in the community enjoys it. Sharon don't like coming out and doing pancakes and the grits and
They
stuff
seem
like
to
that.
have a pretty good rhythm.
Okay, I'm just asking if there's,
Education.
Everybody has, it's just some kind of way it fits. And it brings the community together instead of putting it on, oh, this person is gonna do this. Because even like, I forgot Miss Florine, because she comes out every year too. But it's like, it's mostly these same people over the past 20 years have been coming and doing
That
it.
same day.
Yeah, cooking, and they did, I know y'all enjoy it, right? I mean, it's.
I'm just asking
No,
you, try
I'm
to
just saying, to
simplify
me, it
something.
makes it like,
It's fine.
more of a community,
Yeah, I get
more
you.
you know.
I get you. I understand. I understand. But what we would like, what I would like to see is a list of volunteers beforehand, so that people saying, yes, we're definitely going to be there on the 20th, so that on the 20th, when you show up, I show up, and Mick shows up, and that's all we've got. You understand what I'm saying?
That ain't a fun game.
I mean, that's,
Anything, I mean, I understand what you're saying, I have been in situations like that too.
where you end up
Somebody-
with 5 people trying to do the work of 20.
Yeah, but you gotta work what you got.
I understand that, but if we
But
can
then
get
I also
people to say,
have teenagers that volunteer also.
Yeah.
A lot of the high school kids come out and volunteer because they get their community hours for their you know, to apply for their scholarships.
just another simple thought, a list of people.
No,
You know,
that's
So
not,
if
that's
we
nothing
start
big,
cooking
I'm
it-
saying.
If we start cooking around
Okay.
7:30, we got it.
Okay, question. So,
We start cooking the food around
Oh.
7:30.
What's, the grits take the longest,
Yeah.
everything else.
how many will you prepare for?
Whew. I always have more than,
You have
usually we
150.
do, girl, yeah, I did about 100 kids last year.
At least.
We'll prepare for 100?
Yeah, I don't put, whoever signs up, I make sure I have something for every child. And I also always get extra because somebody always bring their niece, their nephew, or my grandson is in visiting, but you know, you always have extra
Right.
kids come in.
Question.
And I make sure every child that comes through that door leave with a gift.
So that this has evidently been a city event for years now. Is the expenses for this coming out of the
Nope,
special events?
Everything is done by-
We'll pay for it out of the.
No.
City.
everything has been done through donations and volunteers.
Okay.
Swanee Hardware, the Bicycle Association,
Okay.
Mick and Sharon, them personally, Donnie, and, you know, just different people in the
Okay.
community.
All right, so, what the town have done when I was on the council, we always brought the food.
And some stuff that we need to
I
buy.
tell you what,
Some of them-
y'all can probably help get gifts for some of the older kids maybe, that the town might need, but the eggs are donated through Cal-Maine. My
Right.
sausage and bacon comes from Nettles, the different, bicycle associations buy the pancake batter, and then different ones buy the orange juice and stuff.
And the syrup and the butter.
The syrup, but, you know, little things like that, juices, maybe the town can buy the juices.
plates,
Yeah.
silverware.
Holly Electric last year, for 2 years, Holly Electric donated napkins, plates, and tablecloths, stuff like that.
The best thing for you, doing a group like that, is those little cartons of orange juice, apple juice, or whatever. That they just take a, it's got a straw in it, and you know, it's got cups and ice and pitchers and all that stuff.
Yep.
Could be, but
Yep.
then we have some.
I've been there.
more and-
Huh?
Yeah,
Yep.
that'll work. But, I mean, it costs more, like that.
Okay, I think that
But we'll
just to,
narrow it down,
Well, I think that,
but look at the down, but
well, I think that,
look at the prices of them, because sometimes those gallons were cheaper.
okay.
And I was just gonna ask, is there a value point that you put on a gift, like, is it, like, age group wise, like, maybe like 5 to 8 year old, you put like $15, $25, or do you buy them something like, I don't know, so.
That's for all who wants to donate in the box, I gotta put the flyer on the box in Dollar General.
Okay.
It's a box that, for people that wanna buy things that out of Dollar General and donate them there.
Who was
So-
one box, did in the box somewhere?
we can get us a box at 20 hardware and feed, and.
Well, yeah,
Okay,
because
anyone wants to.
you know, people always drop stuff off to them for us too, so. I guess
And
we put a box and a flyer there,
Absolutely.
library.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And then I get donations. Miss Shay hooked me up a few years ago with Toys for Tots, and they have also been amazing, which is why our kids have enough. Last year, there was so many needy kids in Hamilton County, I didn't even get all of the gifts that were assigned to us. But praise be to God, Dollar General stepped in, and
the park also, the first night of
I had a lot of gifts.
Festival of Lights, if somebody comes with a toy, unwrapped toy, they have a box for the first night. In lieu of the entrance to the park, they can do a toy, and that comes here too.
Oh, so I didn't know that, 'cause we've never gotten anything from them
They
over
said
the
they
past
were.
several years.
All right, sound like going, okay.
I think that we need to schedule a couple more meetings
Yeah.
prior to the 20th of December
Oh, yeah.
to tighten down things, to make sure we're gonna have enough volunteers and that kind of thing, so we're not stuck with 5 people trying to hand out everything and do everything. Sorry that you're not gonna be there, Bruce. Don?
Is the parade gonna go into the park or not?
No, sir.
Go the same route it did last
Same
year.
lap, yes, okay, thank you.
Yes.
What's that?
The park does want us in there.
Next year they
We'll
want.
have to work with the park for next year to make sure that we coordinate with their opening of the park. Because now that the park got burglarized, they do not move their box from one place to another. And that's what they would have to do in order to get the
What
parade.
happened?
The park got burglarized last year, and they stole the cash from the front gate
Bunch of money.
bunch of money, yes,
And I heard nothing about this.
yep, so,
I
but
never heard anything about that.
they normally accommodate by moving the entrance to get the parade in, but they're not going to do that because they don't want to have that issue of having to move all the safety and everything that they put into place now this year.
So they gonna be lining up at the ball field,
Yes, ma'am.
and where they gonna stop at?
Back to the ball.
Go back after that. Go turn
They
right.
turn up by the library.
By the line, turn by the line.
Gonna go down,
By the
not
library?
Collins, but the other,
Went to the library last year,
yeah,
turned
Julie.
left.
So why they can't start
Wait a minute.
why they can't start from the library and go up to the ball field? Well, that's what
Too hard to line them all up.
Cause that's where they gonna be eating at, right?
Yeah.
The kickoff, the chili kickoff?
Wait a minute.
Parade?
Yeah, after the parade, what, aren't y'all gonna do, feed them chili? What y'all gonna do for after the parade?
Haven't discussed that yet.
I hadn't heard any of that.
Oh, Lord, you're right. Cause usually they do, they used to do hot dogs and drinks, and then they moved on to, one year they did the hot dogs and the chili and the hot chocolate. But it should have been like $200 set aside for that.
Because if they because I'm looking at safety. But I remember last year, man, we had people, when they stopped, when the parade went through, we had people cutting through different streets, trying to get back down there to the ball field. And I was like, wait a minute, they should have started from the library and ended up at the ball field.
They still gonna have to go back to the library to get their vehicles and everything else that they left there. But some people bring stuff in on trailers, horses are brought in.
Thank you.
Oh, and they can even have the, ball field.
Thank you, Cheryl, thank you, Gretchen.
My back's so done.
Taking her home.
Oh,
Her back's going up.
feel better now?
Okay.
Okay, so,
So I think,
Okay, so the route goes 41 by the library,
Yeah.
you loop around,
Turn back on to,
you make the left by the library?
Was it Kenneth,
Kenny Hutchinson, we get you, that's this one that's right behind.
Kenneth Hutchinson is right down here.
yeah, it should be Kenny Hudson's, but they said because they used that road to divert the traffic during the parade, that they didn't want to turn the parade back up on Kenny Hudson.
Yeah, the sheriff's office changed
I
that.
went on Kenny Hutchinson and they didn't, well, hardly no traffic came.
Where?
On Kenny.
On Kenny?
Yeah, it's not gonna be that much.
There's no, hardly no traffic came.
It's a perfect
We
way to
not
do
waiting,
it.
no nothing, hardly no
Is it go back
traffic.
up Kenneth
From
Hutchinson?
Kenny Hutchinson all the way back up and you're on the back road straight shot across.
I'll get with Sheriff.
yeah, could always be linked, could I send a
I'm
copy
still
of
trying to
this?
figure out like how
I
that,
don't know why they do what they do there.
I don't know how that works.
That's because a deputy decided that that was a better route. So I'll talk with the sheriff and make sure that we can just turn it
I was
down.
on Kenny Hutchinson waiting for it to come back, cause that was the original route that was put out.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting, I'm like, where's the parade? Okay. Let's see if we gonna bring it up on Kenny Hutchinson Drive.
Parade officially
I can
ends.
sit at my sister house. and
Does it
watch.
end at the library officially?
It officially ends at Ken Hudson 41. A
Right.
lot of people.
Oh, I see
A
what
lot
you're
of
saying,
people go their own way, they'll be in the parade and take off in the other direction. But people who need to come back up and pick up their horse trailers and whatever, they have to come back up
Kenny
Kenny
Hutchinson.
Hutchinson. And supposed to now, and get right back over to
To the ball
okay.
field.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. And that would be a dancing route for them to do.
Oh, yeah. So we thought about stopping
They
down
would
in
just,
Camp
they would
Avenue
just, down the roadblock, and they would
but
turn that way.
from a safety standpoint.
There's an officer up there.
Sheriff said,
No, Kenny Hudson.
The logistics of getting that
What,
thing
Lee,
started.
excuse me, what were you saying, Lee? There's all this interruption going on. What were you saying?
I said that we thought about stopping it down Camp Road, but then realized vehicles and everything are back up at the ball field, the ones that need to come up. Like somebody said, you didn't see much parade coming up to Ken Hudson, because they go different ways when they get into the other parade route there. But it officially ends at 41 and.
Down the
Ken
bridge,
Hudson.
come up to the library.
So,
They need to come up Kenny Hutchinson Drive and come up to
we'll
135.
have to make sure we got the detour signs up there. I don't know if they have last year or not, so maybe working.
Oh, and come around, and go up Adams and go across.
They can do that, but if they just come up 135 and go back on 41.
Once the beginning of the parade is over here, the end of the parade is gonna be here. So they'll be able to get back on 41.
Exactly.
Right, okay.
So if they come up Kenny Hutchinson Drive, all the way up to 135,
Right.
make that right on 135, and you'll be right there on 41.
Right.
Make that left, and you'll be right there at the ball field.
Okay, you're talking about scheduling maybe 2 more meetings.
Yes, sir.
You got Thanksgiving coming up here on the 26th, or 27th, and council meeting will be the 8th, that's county commissioner, we're in December, I'd say probably is Monday or Tuesday night, the 25th would be the county commission meeting. So that'd be, so either Monday the 24th, that's 3 or 4 days before
November the
Thanksgiving.
24th.
Monday night, fairly decent, come time to meet, 7 o'clock on the 24th, and see how many people we can get here. And then we could have one 10 days or so later to finalize everything for Christmas. So we'll get a lot done on the 24th, but, I know with everything I hear, we're gonna need to do a little coordinating.
Well, school is out on the 24th, so everybody be out for a whole week, November 24th.
And we could do December 7th.
What day is that on?
No, I'm sorry, December 8th, that's a Monday.
I think it's December the 7th, that's the first Sunday.
I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong calendar, my bad. December 8th, it's a
December 8th,
Monday.
and that way it gives us time to get everything done before the 20th and all that time, yeah.
And all donations for toys come here so we can wrap them. We can store them here.
Okay, you're gonna do one November 24th?
November 24th at 7 PM. And then December 8th at 7 PM.
Is December 8th a Monday also?
Yes, ma'am.
Both of them is nothing.
So November 24th and December 8th.
Yes, ma'am.
I was let you guys know, in December, we have, I think we're just gonna do it like Mondays and Tuesdays, but that whole conference room will have wrapping paper, tape, all that. So we have those big tables that you can do the wrapping there.
Okay,
So-
that's good.
Yeah, and we did that last year. We had several people actually bring us all kinds of wrapping paper. So we have all kinds of stuff, so.
That'll be when, December?
I'll get the dates for you, but I know it's in December. We're starting in December, and we have, I think, on Mondays. Mondays and Tuesdays, we'll have it set up for that. And we'll have coffee in there too, but we have tables and we'll have wrapping paper, tape, bows, all that kind of fun stuff. So if you guys want to pick a date and let us know, we can have it set up. And we can join you and help you wrap.
Awesome, thank you.
What about our council meeting? will
I'll
be
let you know, because I gotta see when I'll pick up my
December 9th.
toys from.
So anytime after that
Okay.
time, we can have meetings and put toys and everything in here. After that, it gives you, 2 weeks, you get everything wrapped and coordinated, stored in here, because they won't be needing this.
And we can separate it by age groups in here and then move
Yeah,
them by age
right,
groups.
Right, yeah.
After the 9th.
Will we have the flyer ready for?
Flyer's gonna be ready probably, what's today? Today's Monday? But I should have them done by Thursday. And I'll bring a sign-up sheet to y'all too. One for here, one for the hardware store, and one for the library. Right. You gonna wrap your own box in, and I just bring you the flyer to put on it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll take care of it.
Huh?
I'll take care of it.
Okay.
And we have to get nice boxes from when we do second harvest. We need those nice boxes. Just two.
Y'all got to
So
keep in
just-
mind what y'all wanna cook for after the parade.
Well, we need to get that now, so we can see who's gonna help you what. That's what we see.
Beverly,
Ma'am,
you need to decide what you're gonna cook for the parade.
Yeah. Do they throw out candy and everything at
yeah,
It's all about food.
why?
Okay, y'all think is what, that Saturday? Is the chili cook-off or what?
We have a chili cook-off today, yeah. On the Christmas parade night, we have a chili cook-off.
That's the 12th.
Yeah.
Okay, what's there besides chili?
everything.
Food vendors, craft vendors, stuff like that,
So
and,
they're gonna be Friday and Saturday there.
no, just Saturday.
Saturday.
No, just Friday,
Friday.
just Friday, just
It's
Friday.
Friday.
Saturday will be the community street sale, like the yard sale event.
See, that's kind of the reason why I was thinking maybe we didn't want to do food, because there's gonna be food available throughout the whole parade and everything else.
Right, but our food, whatever we decide to do, whether it's hot dogs or whatever, we're giving ours away. There, the vendors, when they go back up towards the hardware store, they have to purchase their stuff up there. And this is more or less, was started as a town tradition for the kids. The whole while we grew up, that's what we did hot dogs then.
Yes, we have
We did hot dogs and Cokes and Sprites and stuff.
Right.
So let's do hot dogs, a bag of chips, and a soda.
What we
And
did
we
at
got
Halloween,
everything for Sam's.
that's what we did at Halloween, hot dogs, chips and drinks.
And we'll do it from Sam's.
We get everything from Sam's.
We'll do,
Now, this candy going out to the children, you know what I think we should do? Dawn got these big old boxes, you know, just fill it up with a lot of candy and let children come and just
That
get
ain't
some.
gonna work like
That's
that.
not gonna work.
There's a child's enjoyment for going to a parade, and I mean any parade in any town, is for what? Candy.
Well,
And even if the rule says no throwing, I've seen parades where they're not supposed to throw candy.
Right,
But they still do.
y'all break uncle.
Nothing with this lollipops and cigarettes.
Mr. Willie Guy Turner did not like that, and I try to keep that in my mind.
But Willie Guy Turner done made sure that every child in White Springs ended up with what?
That's why I said.
They had the bags that they passed out with the candy, the oranges, the apples, the candy canes, and all, brown bags full of stuff. The pecans and, what is it, chestnuts and all that stuff. So,
So I just cause see, I have seen so many children go up there and try to get candy. They been got hit by a vehicle or.
well, we get
That
people that's gonna patrol that area to make sure,
That just
in
make
different little
sense.
points, to make
That's a
sure,
lot.
and all drivers that's in the
getting
parade.
back to
you know,
hot
be a
dogs and
mindful
chips.
kid.
Getting back to hot dogs and chips. What, 100, 200? I mean, we did 150 at Halloween, and they went like wham bam, thank you ma'am.
Which means you're gonna need more than 150,
I
200.
think, 1, 2, 3, 4, I think we got 5 boxes of hot dogs from Sam. And about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 cases of drinks from Sam. And
The 24 packs or the 12 packs or what?
24.
Well, what we did at the hardware store cost almost $300 for the chips, drinks, and sodas now, and the rolls. It was almost $300, just for 129.
Yeah, prices have gone up quite a bit.
And you was out before 7 o'clock.
Yes, we were.
Okay, and that's when we go to these different places and see if some of these businesses here can contribute.
I talked with Wayfair.
If they can sponsor, you tell them, look, this is what we're trying to do, can you donate this, that, or the other?
That wasn't even counting the buns, because they were donated.
Right, but I'm just saying, you know, people, if you have not because you ask not. Certain places might give, because I know I'm definitely gonna send a letter to Sunstop.
Or maybe see if Waste Pro could, help.
Udell's Trucking already said that, they'll donate some stuff. So,
They usually help with the,
you got Ethan, he'll donate. So there's places here that can help eliminate some of this cost. And if y'all did 125 for 3, then I know definitely we're gonna shoot, well, at least get about $600-700. The town can fork off 2, and,
But we always go to Sam's and get it.
but I'm just saying, that you can ask these different businesses to help with either monetary donations or the products themselves.
So this is after the parade at Auburn Park that they do the food?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Volunteers, I guess, do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the council, they usually did. Back in the days, it was the kids in the community, but it was during the daytime. Yeah.
Well, I know I was on there. I did cooking.
Okay, we're, 8 o'clock now.
Yep.
All right,
So hot dogs, chips, and drinks, that's what we're gonna, so
Yeah, I think-
at the parade.
Yes, ma'am.
okay. And then next, that needed to be discussed is this 40th celebration, for the town. We have 12 months to, We're not trying to do everything at one time. The town, anniversary is December the 12th. But are you still, what was going on with the breakfast that y'all had planned? The pancake breakfast that was supposed to come on the 13th, I think you said?
Yeah, we were gonna do either pancakes or sausage and something at his, street sale in front of the hardware. And Lee was going to come out with a proclamation declaring the 140th birthday.
Beginning.
Yep. Because I figured that would be the best day, was not trying to get it into Christmas on Bridge Street, which would just too much.
And what day is that?
The 13th,
You gonna be where?
yeah, along with the community street sale.
Pancakes.
Pancakes and sausage.
Okay.
Yeah, always good.
Okay, what else?
Okay, I want to see, we need different ideas of different things that we can do throughout this year to bring positive light to the town, that will promote the community together, just certain different events, whether it's an art, go ahead.
Azalea Festival needs to be kicked back up.
That's another thing.
What
Azalea Festival.
That has to need to be started getting planned for that. We got Martin Luther King in January that we need to plan
Azalea
for.
Festival is usually in March.
It's March.
What do you do?
Martin Luther King is January, Azalea Festival is in March. May Day and the Folk Festival are in May.
May Day, according to, all these minutes from previous special events committees, special events had nothing to do with May Day.
No, that's not true.
I have it.
Liz?
No.
Okay. When May Day started in 1999, it was a community event. The community started it. Certain people, elders in the community started it. The town gave May Day X amount of money. It fell under their insurance. And that was since my daddy was on the council, so I know.
That's all the
their-
town provided was the
They
insurance.
provided the insurance, which is why we had to come up with a separate May Day committee, and they also donated funds to it. If you check your notes, May Day, for the past several years, they have put aside, $4,000 to $5,000 for May Day and the Azalea Festival. I know go check the minutes from all the way back.
2013,
No,
May
you need
Day,
to come up
no
with-
involvement by special events
come up a little
committee.
closer towards the, 2013, they might not have. I don't know, I can't remember.
20,
But I do know they donated money to the May Day committee because they made the May Day, instead of letting the committee, this community do it, they made them form a formal committee to get the insurance, to use the town's insurance and the town resources, and to get the money from the town. Now, if you go back and look at 2018, 2019, 20.
I don't have meeting minutes from
And
2018,
they never
2019.
They did.
The last time, the last time my name came here to get money. Okay, I'm sorry. The last time this person came and got money, that's when Stacy Tebow was here.
And how much did they donate? They didn't give it to them, but Stacy spent the money.
Yeah, Stacy.
They had
gave
money
her
for the
a list.
entertainment.
They gave her a list of, no, because the town just purchased the food and
The
the
tent.
plates. Well,
The
the
tent.
tent and the plates and stuff.
They didn't give
We
them
don't-
money hand in hand,
No,
but they brought the
they brought
stuff
a
that we needed.
list. They brought a list
Right,
to Stacy. Stacy went and brought everything.
and that also means that the town would help.
We helped, but there was not no amount that we gave Bday.
But they used to give them X amount of money back in the day. Before the state
Where
came.
did they make the money than anybody else?
It's not that they make money.
They did
First
make
off,
money.
May Day is the community event celebrating the emancipation proclamation of the slave, when we were free.
This is, that was the biggest part.
This has been something that they did way back when my parents were younger. They stopped doing it, they brought it back again back in 90.
Well, I
98 or
remember
99?
you them and them had got together and restarted it
No,
over.
that was
And those
Ms.
guys
Jeanette.
that were renting out their piece of yes, they spent their own money.
That
They
was
didn't
Ms.
ask the town for nothing.
Listen, that was Ms. Jeanette. It was her idea to begin with. Ms. Jeanette, my daddy, Jim Mural, I want to say it was Vincent Udell, Tree, Earl, Frederick Robinson.
Can I make a suggestion?
They did them first, that first May Day, we had like 30 people there. And that was just the family.
Can I make a suggestion?
But we have money set aside in the budget for May Day.
No,
We did.
Can I make a suggestion? Can we look at the budget and see if there was anything set aside for May Day? If there is not a specific amount for May Day in the budget, I'm just saying, if there is not, then we need to bring it to the council to see if the council wants to put aside a certain amount for May Day.
Okay.
I'm just, please let me finish my thought.
Go ahead. And then I'll
Okay.
tell you about the week.
May Day becomes a big event, and I understand that. Last year, you took $600 to feed the town, and I understand that. And I understand that there was vendor fees that were paid, and the vendor fees never made it back into the town budget.
They didn't have to, that wasn't a requirement. That was not a requirement.
Okay,
Now,
And-
if you
and-
want to know what happened.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, let him finish.
Go ahead. So I can explain all of this.
so this was a huge event that you say the town puts on for the community,
They partnered with the community.
but in turn, where does everything, all the benefit come from in the monetary way? Where does that go? If it doesn't come back into the town, where does it go?
Okay, all of the people you saw throughout this whole city, all of these thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of people that was here for May Day, what trash did you see in this community? None. Because by Sunday morning, by the time that sun come up good, everybody on this end of town, everybody who was local and participated in May Day, they get up early Sunday morning.
So they get paid with that money.
Yeah, and we buy trash bags, we buy whatever it is that we have to do to clean up is what happens with that money. If this person volunteers and they go pick up trash starting from that city limit sign all the way up here, because they were all throughout town. All in the parking lot, we clean
So
up
how much you
S&S
paying?
parking lot. It's not a set price. But these volunteers that we have, some of that went back into buying coolers, buying drinks. $600 didn't go that far. $600 brought 2 cases of chicken, 2 cases of ribs, the macaroni, the ingredients for the macaroni and cheese, this, that, and the other. The drinks, the teas, this other stuff that came about, the serving plates, the carry out, all of this stuff. And the sheriff's office can attest to that all of this was there. All of that money came out of extra stuff that came from vendor fees from May. We didn't ask.
Where's an account of all of that?
if the city didn't sponsor it, why would the city get the money from it? Do y'all get the
But
money?
you're saying the city did give you money.
They gave me $600 for food, and I fed every person who walked by trying to use them. Anybody who came by that wanted food or drink, we gave it to them, because it's all about fellowshipping in the community, celebrating freedom.
And this is what I keep hearing in the community. If somebody's making so much money off of May Day, where do the benefits go to? I have been asked that so many times. I tell them I don't know.
Well,
And this is a big issue for May Day.
I
People
know
is
when the town was involved in
but the
May
money
Day,
is not
the
made back
vendor
to the
fees were
town.
paid here.
May I?
When the town was involved, when the town decided they wanted nothing to do with May Day again, then it's not y'all event, you're just, providing certain things. Now, the same thing can be
I
said.
don't remember the town being involved in May Day. All I
Town-
know
the town
is
has
that
always
the
been
town provided the insurance, which was the property down there by the old
Do you
Carver
remember when
School.
Kenny Hart was, the May Day chairman?
Yeah. And all he asked was the insurance.
No, Kenny.
I was on the council when
Kenny-
Kenny used to come and ask for the insurance.
And they
He never asked
also
for money.
gave Kenny and Earl them money.
No.
Kind of, yeah, they did, that's
I
how.
asked Robert Townsend.
Lee, go ahead, Lee.
What goes on at May Day?
May
I keep
Day,
hearing all this money and
Okay.
everything. What goes on?
May Day is a celebration. It started as a cookout that certain families had to celebrate the Freedom and Emancipation Proclamation. We started down at Old Carver.
Right.
They had a program, Platinum Maypole, playing music, a gospel program. It was just a whole community event. After that was over, they served dinner. They fed the community, the sick, shedding, and the elders.
No, they was not paid.
No, this is something that was free, donated. Every family brought food, and different guys cooked this, guys cooked that. Big pots of chicken rice,
And
smoked
that's why you
mud.
have a lot of people now, they do their own thing for May Day. They don't do.
That was because of some other things that happened, but
And that's why everybody do their own thing for
But-
May Day.
back again, it's a celebration. We've done so much. Then afterwards, it was a softball game at the baseball field.
And things have changed over the years. There was a year that, there was a picnic style type thing with bounce houses, the fire
That's
department, and
right.
everything at the ball field. And that was more the town getting involved with the fire department, the police department, the council, and some music and things like that. And that was done in the daytime, early daytime, and it was over and done by 5 or 6 o'clock in the
No,
evening.
maybe
And then the, after parties continued after that, and that was not sponsored by the town.
Right.
The feeding part always happened on Mill Street. Everything else happened at the baseball field. Bounce houses and stuff used to be on Mill Street also, down to Old Carver, because that was where everything started.
That's what she talking about.
No, she's talking about at the baseball field one year when they had it at the baseball field. With the bounce houses and all that stuff down there. Cause Tracy always was the one, the fire department, the police department always provided the bounce house, whether we was on Mill Street or at Bailey Ogden's Field. Stacy Tebow stopped her. Stacy
Mill
Tebow
Street.
would not let Stacy Tebow was here, she the one did not let her do the bounce houses for the community for whatever reason, but we had other people,
No. She did the bounce houses for the community, but she put out a paper saying that the town is not responsible for your child if your child got hurt. Now, she did a waiver for that, but we monitor with the police department and the fire department and the town, which was Stacy Tebow, she did a letter waiving for the responsibility of a child getting hurt on the bounce houses. The town was not responsible for that.
But Mayday is something totally different. It's a whole committee that helps with Mayday, and the sheriff department does the planning. I get with,
Next meeting,
me and Sheriff Creech, Jackie Morgan, and LJ Smith. Those are the officers that we have, and they coordinate with me. This past year was Ashley and William Campbell.
Well, I'm gonna talk to Buddy and I'm seeking to come to the meeting and him and Ashley and see how they got, cause they was the ones who had the vendors down here. And on Turner's property, there is no selling. So there was vendors on that property.
But
and
some of
you're
that
not
property
supposed to
is,
sell.
some of that property is New Bedford. Oh, Sandra, you better look at the map.
So next
All right.
year, you want ideas for next year?
Yes,
Idea is not for Mayday, because Mayday is something, it's a whole
Next
different
year,
group
some
plan
ideas
now.
of what we'd like
But-
to see in the community.
Yes, we'd like to see more ideas for the community for next year. I think we should table the Azalea Festival until the next meeting. And I have some ideas from past Azalea festivals. I even have a breakdown of income, expenses, and net income from one Azalea festival, and where money came from, and that kind of stuff, so we can go over that and discuss more about that. But it's getting late, and people
Okay,
do
let me
have,
go ahead and discuss my last item.
yes ma'am, go ahead.
We are preparing to do a pageant. Originally, the pageant was gonna be Miss White Springs, but we need volunteers whoever wants to volunteer to be on the committee for the pageant. The pageant committee, because it takes about 6 to 9 months to plan for it. We have changed the name, but I can't release the name until Mr. Gardner goes ahead and gets the name trademarked so no one else can use it. It gives us a broader reach and more funds to come into the town.
Is this the town that's doing this pageant, or is it a special events committee?
Both.
So
If
all of us,
the town is doing it, but the special events is also helping. That is the job of special events, to help the town with what events that we want to do.
okay?
Do we want to do a miss and a mister, or just the miss?
Haven't gotten that far yet.
Okay.
We're ready to call for meetings about it.
I think it should be she, us and them, them and they.
I do have a question that I
It
do
should
want
be
to ask.
a young man and a young woman. A man, a little boy and a little girl.
have a wedding.
Right.
Yeah, okay. One might be one senior, the prince.
It's a princess. It is.